think we all get reincarnated then, mate. I hope that the dragon comes back as me, and then I come back as the dragon. That's what I hope.
It's like a yin and a yang.
Exactly. Weird voice in the sky.
What? Lucifer, you okay? What weird voice in the sky?
Now remember, Lucky Luigi's the only one that can truly break the fourth wall. Alright, I do want to say this too. I like the idea of everybody sharing something about their character beforehand. It's just we've kind of been delayed and rushed the last couple of times. And I don't have the D100 chart pulled up. So I'm going to ask you guys just a real quick random question to get to know something about your character.
Okie dokie.
And
alrighty.
Was it?
Feel free to pass.
Ham's
terrific.
Terrifics. We are all individually terrific, but together we are Ham's terrifics.
All right, Luke, you're the first one on the thing. So, does Luke have an ideal vacation or downtime that he would like to do?
Oh, you bloody know it. See, here it is, right? It's a vacation that you don't come back from. Possibly, okay? Because I envision myself going to a nice tropical island that has at least 48 combatants in which we fight one-on-one to the death. And there are a series of matches a day. And then the winner gets to own the island. That is my ultimate vacation.
So, Mortal Kombat accepted.
Yes.
Dee Dee.
That is all.
Yes.
Dee Dee, if your character could go back at any point in the campaign and do one single thing different, what do you think it would be?
I
Not
would
showing up with us, Chucklefucks.
No, I'd rather say with the Chucklefucks I got to know throughout this.
Not have a dresser blown onto you.
That was not a choice.
That was not a choice. I did not make that choice.
That wasn't a choice she made. That was a choice that happened to her.
Lother answer. This is her turn.
I'll have to say, not going with. If I can change what's going on with the vampires.
That's a good one.
Because so much that happened. That what could have happened to everyone. No, Lucifer wouldn't lost his arm, and Lavender wouldn't have gotten hurt because of me, and we wouldn't have lost our FeyJammer. We could have mutiny against Alan Rowe.
You could try.
That was an option?
It was an option, but it wasn't a good one, honestly.
I told you I didn't trust him from the get-go, and you're telling me, Deidre, I could have mutinied against him this entire time?
You could have.
Motherfucker. Oh, I'm so angry right now. Don't even talk to me. Move on to the next part. Deidre, your turn. Go away.
I already did my turn.
Lucky, here's a question for your character.
What's the question?
If Plucky, instead of getting involved in small crime syndicates or whatever Plucky's involved in, could pick an honest way of life, what do you think Plucky's livelihood would consist of?
He would have never given up being a proper and true bard and traveling showman.
He could have been on Astral Radio.
Yep, he would have 100%. Top of the charts.
That could be a good name for a YouTube channel. Astro.
That
I
is-
10 to 1.
Asteroid Radio.
There's probably
Astro-radio.
there's probably an astral radio station if you type it in YouTube.
I'm looking it up.
So Plucky would be a bard.
Yep. And he'd be the best one there is.
I have no doubt.
What do you mean Plucky would be a bard? Isn't Plucky a bard? What?
He's also
I
a
would be a
rogue.
proper bard.
He's also a rogue. He wouldn't have,
Ah,
he would have just had a life on the astral waves. Rodo, you're
Yeah,
next.
just make an honest living.
Rodo, if somebody offered you the opportunity to just spend the rest of your life with space hamsters and miniature giant space hamsters, and you just became like a shepherd of space hamsters, would that be appealing to you?
Do I get to keep the one miniature giant space hamster that I am particularly fond of in this scenario? Does Moo come with me, or are they random, heretofore unknown to me space hamsters?
I would imagine that Moo would never be separated from you unless you took him and punted him out of a spelljammer into the astral sea.
If my little buddy comes with me, I think the pastoral life of the giant space hamster shepherd would probably appeal to me quite a lot. There are many things that appeal about the shepherd life. The quietness, the crook, right? Like you get a shepherd's crook with that, and I think that's nifty. But also, a priest once told me a very fun story about how shepherds were really the biker gangs of the ancient world. So I would get to be both the calm pastoral dude in robes and like the metalhead riding a hog into town and frightening people, and I like being both of those.
when you be riding a hamster,
Oh no, the hamster hits the sidecar, and a little
No, I
pointy
mean-
helmet all his own.
riding a giant hamster into town.
I don't know how Moo would feel about having a sidecar attached to one of his brethren. I know I would feel
Maybe
weird
a
about riding in a
spell bag?
sidecar attached to a gorilla, and so I wonder if Moo would feel weird about riding a sidecar attached to a giant space hamster. But I suppose that would have to be something we would discuss.
We could
Riding the
ask
giant
him.
space hamster, as long as I'm allowed to paint some sweet flames along his flank, would be an option.
All right. Lastly, Bloop. Bloop.
Oh Lord.
If you could defeat the hardest boss ever,
Yes.
but nobody would ever know about it, or you could defeat a lesser mediocre boss, but everybody would know about it and cheer you, what would you pick?
Oh, good question.
Oh, this is a very tricky question because for one, I could defeat the strongest entity in all of the astral sea, and I would know of it in my
But
heart.
no one else would.
But no one else would. Or pick a lesser being to utterly destroy, but everyone would cheer. Everyone would cheer Bloop's name. Oh. I think Bloop would defeat the strongest, because then Bloop would know, and in Bloop's heart, Bloop's warband would know of his triumphs and his deeds. And they would sing it in the stars.
Okay. So let's pick up where we left off. Let's do a brief recap. Last week, the party explored the jungle side of this abandoned planet. And abandoned is the right word, as it is abandoned of intelligent life and sentient life. Plants exist and big bone nagas exist. But it seems that other forms of life are strangely missing. The party crossed the Bridge of the Dead, found a, for lack of a better term, mass grave, which attacked them. They continued on, they found an abandoned mansion. Inside the mansion, they found the image of spiders and ghosts. And after exploring for a minute, they found a revenant named Lord Heroin, who explained that this planet was the victim / is the victim of a spell curse, which might explain the little wisp of light that occur whenever somebody in the group cast magic. And it was explained that first the casters were picked apart, then the humans mundane were picked apart, and finally even the animals were torn asunder by whatever this magical curse is. And this world had sent people in search of a magical cure that was held by an ancient solar dragon named the Scion of the Primal Sun, which the party has seen through the eyes of as they were making their way. The dragon hoards souls that attempt to steal his powerful wish spell, which was the hope of this planet to save it. And Luke decided that he would swear with Lord Heroin that he would help him exact vengeance on the ancient solar dragon named Scion of the Primal Sun, setting up for a very fun future quest. And in order to help him,
to be fair, I did distract him.
Distractions or not, Lord Heroin did say that he would help lead you to one of the spelljammers that remain buried deep underground. The remainder, of course, the survivors used to get off the planet. We will just have to trudge through some Naogi mines to find it. The long-forgotten ancient spelljammer. And then the party settled in for a rest. Roto against the wall. Luke put himself in the mouth of the rug. Deidre and what's Lavender decided to sleep in the crumbled bed. Bloop is just floating in the hallway, and Plucky, as the night settles in on that tree which you have climbed, you see this little pale green light float up next to you on the tree. What do you do when you see that light?
Sorry, I was muted. Hello there? What are you?
It doesn't answer, it just starts flying around you.
Am I still asleep?
It settles in.
Can I investigate it or something?
Roll an investigation check or a nature check or an arcana check, or you decide the check and I'll tell you what you get.
They're all the same for the bonuses, so let's just go with investigation. A 9.
It's a pretty light. Do you want to touch it?
Yeah, I want to touch it.
Okay, as you touch it, you connect to it. Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Always fine. Okay. Oh no, it was almost 19. 3.
Okay. You all hear a big thud as Plucky falls out of the tree.
No.
What time of day is it? Is this like early in the morning or is this in the middle of the night?
It is in the middle of everybody's long rest. Plucky
Okay, hold
falls
on.
out of the
I'll
tree.
do a roll for Luke. I want to just do a perception roll because Luke's kind of a heavy sleeper, so I want to roll and see if I would even really register that. I will not register that.
If I remember right, I think
We didn't even set up watches. We're just trusting the ghosts, right?
Yep.
Yep.
We are just trusting the ghosts.
So, unless Plucky makes a noise other than a dull thud,
I'm pretty sure I'd be like, just start making a noise like,
Yep, Plucky, your chest feels. You feel like this burning sensation in your chest, like it's getting hard to breathe. Everybody just passes through the morning. I like this.
I'm
just
in
trying to
pain.
see if plasmoids do plasmoids sleep? I forget.
I think they probably
do they
have.
breathe
they-
up electric sheep? No, that's the question.
Everybody just leaves Plucky outside.
I'm literally screaming.
It's in the middle of
for
the
my
night.
life.
Yeah, I mean, I even rolled for it. I tried to give Plucky, the dice just did not want Lucifer to wake up to this.
Right.
So
I think that's
all
fair,
good.
but everybody else I'm very
Okay,
disappointed.
I'm gonna roll
I
perception.
rolled, and mine's no better than Luke's.
Let's see what mine says.
Okay, yep. I was gonna say it's gonna be a 50-50
Nope,
on
these-
whether I hear something.
Actually, Deidre does hear something.
So Bloop always being kind of like alert for hazards and dangers is sort of learned to become a light sleeper. And hearing the thud, he sort of like goes from like a puddle on the ground to like sort of like forming into himself. Looks around and says, "Is anyone there?" That sounded like it was outside. Is there a doorway over
you
this
could-
way, or
That all of the walls are so brittle that you could really just push through them with ease.
oh, cool.
Deidre hears the groans from outside as she gets up and starts to
Oh.
venture.
I'm just sort of gonna, just like sort of florp my way through the wall.
So
I thought I was asleep. I touched the light. I fell out the tree. Everything hurts.
You guys each see this light. Can you guys either make a nature or an arcana check?
Absolutely. Great, they're both just as bad.
18.
Even worse. 4.
Deidre, this thing is a will-o-wisp. One touch does have the potential to kill. Plucky might be lucky to be alive if that's what he touched.
I
Lucky
touched
Plucky.
it. I touched it, man. And then everything burns and hurts, and I fell out of a tree. I thought I was asleep still, man.
No, you're very lucky to be alive.
I'm lucky, Plucky.
Why, Deirdre? It's just a flowing.
Why don't you, Bloop?
It's
Why
just
don't you touch it? Touch it,
it's just
Bloop.
No, we
Yes,
are not
Bloop,
touching
touch
the
it.
light.
Touch it.
Nope.
Touch it.
Touch it, Bloop.
That
Feel
is
what
a
I feel.
will-o-wisp. It will hurt you or kill you.
Well, Plucky is small and weak, and he survived.
I choose to be small, and I'm not that weak, man.
How about you come inside?
Okay, I'd rather deal with the ghosts and the spiders than whatever this is.
Good plan.
The little light
Ow.
lights up the tree.
Look at it, it's mocking me.
Do you
Leave
wish?
it alone.
It could
Do you
be.
wish
It's
to fight
mocking me.
tiny
Leave it
tree
alone.
light?
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I will fight you, tiny tree light, for mocking and throwing my friend out of a tree.
Bloop, do you want to
Bloop,
fight the
come
tiny?
on.
Do you want to fight the tiny tree light?
You tell him, Bloop.
Bloop, would you like to fight the tree light?
Bloop would like to hit the tiny tree light who threw his friend out of a tree.
Okay.
Bloop, come on.
You're welcome to make an attack roll against it.
I'm sorry, Deidre.
I'm already inside. I'm not a part of this anymore.
All right, so so he's going to just stand there, kind of and it's going to be kind of a face-off, Wild West, prepare yourself, partner, sort of moment, until he with the nimbleness of a cat, just springs up into the air and then whirlwind kicks this thing with an unarmed attack. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yay! So that's 11 damage for the first strike, unless
Okay.
pending anything happening with this.
Currently, no. Nothing happens to it. I mean, you hit it. It seems to be partially incorporeal, so part of your hits are there, or part of the hits fade away right away.
Okay. Second strike for extra attack. So it's another 25 to hit.
Also hits.
And I think with this one, I'm also going to do a Hand of Harm, just to do a little bit of extra oomph. And I think with that one, it's been a while since I used this. I apologize. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Can I... Yep, so Hand of Harm I can just use as is. Okay.
I have a question. Can I make any kind of check to see if anything's wrong with me?
Yeah, let's resolve this part first, so real quick.
There's so much wrong with you.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So 10 damage, necrotic for Hand of Harm.
Okay, necrotic doesn't seem to have any better effect than the hits. It's like half of it, half of it hits the body, half of it fades into some weird space. Anything else, Bloop?
Nope. He'll just he'll do that and then drop to the ground and look up at the light to see, waiting for a potential counterattack.
It counters attack in the strangest way. It moves into your body.
Oh.
And it just starts zooping around. 11 doesn't hit. Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, though?
Oh, Constitution save. Cool. That is not great. That's a 9.
You fall on the ground. You look up. It seems like there's a certain circumstance that this could probably kill you instantly, but you're not there yet. You look up at the ground as Plucky hitting the ground, looking up towards the stars, feeling this burning sensation. It's also much the same thing. And Dee Dee? This
so
second,
Bloop's just
this
laying
second
on
one,
in a pile.
this second one heads towards you. It does a little. Oh no!
Oh, Dee Dee!
Why? I didn't even touch you!
Take 7 points of lightning damage.
Oh no!
And can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Sure. Oh, 17.
You're fine, but can we all roll initiative to see where we end up? Because I think we're about to all burst out to knock these
18.
things
Wait,
down.
can I do my Can I do my check to see if what's wrong with me first?
Yeah, do an insight check. That seems to be the best one.
Oh yeah, insight's good for me. 24.
Now, you feel like this thing is picking apart the strands of your essence, though. Like, if there's enough interference there and given enough time, this thing could pluck you out of existence.
Oh.
Guys, don't touch them. It's eating us. That's the easiest way to put it.
You know that.
Lucifer wakes up at you saying eating. Oh, what? Oh, did you say something about food?
We're getting eaten by little light peoples.
Oh, not
Okay.
when I was up in here. Fuck.
Rhoda, what was your initiative real quick? 12?
12.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Initiative. Sorry.
It's the only reason why he woke up at food is because he got quite a high initiative. 21. He has to wake up soon. Boom.
And Bloop, you got, what did you get? 11?
11.
You poor Bloop. All right, Plucky. Plucky, we're gonna start off at you. You see two lights zoom down from the wildlife outside. Bloop goes on the ground looking up at the stars, hurt, and this thing just stung into Deidre.
Let me think. I love going first, but I hate it at the same time.
You set the pace for the whole round.
Yep. I'm just gonna go up to the door, and I think it will hit both of you guys. I'm sorry about this. I'm gonna use color spray at 2nd level.
You're going to mark them?
Yep.
Okay, let me just read what that does real quick. So
Imagine being stung by a bunch of bees and then just having paint poured on you.
you launch a dazzling array of flashing, colorful light. Each creature within a 15-foot cone originating from you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or have the
Which is
blinded
why I
condition
apologize.
until the end of your next turn. So could you each guys make a
Oh,
Constitution
God
saving
damn it.
throw?
it's
I'm
not even
sorry, they're
paint
light.
on you.
You're throwing light at little light creatures?
That is my plan. Oh, yes.
Damn it.
Hey, here's a bright little light creature. Do you know what's going to help here?
Light.
More
Bright
light.
little light.
More light. Here's a flashbang for you.
Tom save for Bloop is 15.
All right, what's your save DC, Plucky?
My what?
What's your save DC?
I got it. It's
14.
Constitution
Yep.
14 to hit.
Okay, so Bloop, you're safe. Deidre, you're blind. The one
Sorry.
on Bloop saved, and the one on Deidre did not. So there's a theme here. The Bloop side of the story can see. The Deidre side, at least half of them can't see.
Sorry. I panicked.
It's like like
Why?
a skunk, just color sprays everywhere.
I feel like Plucky plenty of times gets caught pickpocketing, and he just goes, "Color spray,"
Pocket sand.
and just like
Oxen!
Pocket sand.
like he goes. It's just the opposite of stealth because he is not stealthy at all.
Luke, would you like to wake up? You're currently in the
Does that
mouth of the
make-
tagger.
Does that make any audible noise or anything like that, or is it just like a flash of light?
The color spray?
I think it's it's just light.
Just like okay. At the word of eating, Lucifer wakes up and is like, "Oh, are we eating something? Oh, what?" And then Plucky runs after saying we're being eaten, and Luke's like, "Oh no, fuck that! I'm not going." And then goes to settle back in, only to see a flash of light, and instantly gets concerned. I'm like, "Oh god, that's it! No, we're absolutely being eaten." Luke is gonna get up and 1, 2, that's 10. Poke his head around the corner. Lucky, you're gonna have to be real slow with me because it's middle of the night and I just woke up. Are we eating or are we being eaten?
Being eaten by those little light dudes that I just sprayed. Also, I may have blinded Deirdre.
Can I do a nature check or whatever to see what those things are, see if I know what they are?
As an action, yes.
That's fine with me. I'm tired. I just woke up, I'll do an investigation.
I imagine.
And I'm tired. I just woke up.
So it looks.
I don't know what those are.
You got Plucky's magical strobe light going off, and you got these little lights swirling around. You're basically walking into a rave. Is what this is.
Plucky is such an awful spellcaster. I'd like to say that real quick.
Plucky, I'm gonna let you know. I need to be far more intoxicated to be at this kind of party. I'm gonna go back to bed. And that's the end of my turn.
Wait, hold up.
Deidre, you're in the process of being stung by a willow. It's a will-o'-the-wisp.
Oh, wait, sorry, was that me?
No, Deidre's next.
Oh, Deidre, okay. Because it just went quiet, and I'm like, oh, wait. That's okay.
Stupid! As Deidre tries to see.
The thing is almost like it's inside of you. Like if you move, it stays stationary, but it's like this thing can occupy the same exact space as you.
Wonderful.
It's like this thing is ethereal and physical, all in the same jaunt.
Why did you have to attack it?
Because it attacked our friend.
Technically speaking, Plucky invaded his space first.
Doesn't feel right. Where the hells is it?
You look down, it's just floating there.
Sorry. As she takes a swing at it with her... Tried to kick it. At least step on it. I'm so sorry.
Make an unarmed attack.
God damn it. 13.
This thing wisps out of the way. It seems very fast. You might have only ever seen one other thing that is quicker than this. And that is the quicklings that assassinated the Doar at the ball. Those are probably the only things that you have seen that are quicker than this. If they even are.
This is bad. This is really bad.
You've got this, Deidre.
Deidre, do you stay where you are or do you move anywhere?
I stay where I am.
Okay. Rojo, you hear Deidre say this is bad.
Oh no, I woke up when Lucifer was ranting about food. I'm upset that my snooze was interrupted. And I think what's actually going to happen is, knowing they're all out in that hallway, I'm coming over here to this doorway and looking out.
Little light beams.
Is there just one? There's two of them.
There are two of them, and there's a light show going on everywhere.
Oh my.
I didn't do it, I swear.
Yes, you did.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm feeling... Why are you doing these things? All right, can I get a... all right, let's hit him with the cold. I'm gonna shoot Ray of Frost at the one that's on Deirdre.
Okay.
That's gonna crit.
That's good because we should kill these things.
Yep.
17 points of damage and a 10-foot reduction in their speed until my next turn.
So you note something interesting. You shoot out this ray, and half of it hits it, and half of it disappears into some weird void.
Do I think it's the momentary overcharge on this spell that hit, or do I think they have resistance?
I do want to point out something else as well. There are little other similar but different lights gathering around the magic that's flickering for you. And it seems like this thing could be resistant, although the other's not impossible, but it doesn't seem like the lights that surround your magic yet have caused any harm other than to exist. You are aware of the spell plague, though.
Right.
Not the details
so this could
of it.
just be eating me very slowly.
There seems to be a joke there, but...
Yeah. That's my movement and my action. I don't have any bonus actions, so I'm done.
Bloop, you're welcome to get up off the ground if you want.
Cool. So Bloop he will just sort of like reform himself and stand up. Is the light creature still inside, or is he just like against?
He's floating. He's floating around the membrane of your being right now. You're not grappled. You can hit him, and you can move away from him. It takes you about 20 feet of movement to get up, but...
Okay. So yeah, he will, sort of hold up both of his pseudopods, and will focus his, key energy into them. And he's going to, with his, Wraps of Unarmed Power, he's going to change his hits from normal bludgeoning damage to force damage and give this one more go and see if maybe this kind of strike hits these guys.
Okay.
So we're going to again go attack 1. It's gonna miss.
The natural one misses.
Yep. Attack number 2. Oh my god. No!
The natural 2 misses. Do we go for natural 3?
Wow. Wow, Bloop. Wow.
It's hard to, it's like swatting at this thing as it's going everywhere. It's hard to hit.
It is hard to hit, and it's all shiny and everything, and there's a rave going on, and
it's shiny.
all right. I guess bonus action flurry of blows. Or I'm just gonna try and hit this little creature. Please hit. Okay, that's okay. 18
is not enough. This thing is too
18
quick.
is not enough.
This is very.
Oh my god.
This is. Bloop wasn't at the ball, but as I said, these are either the quickest or the second quickest things the party has ever seen.
Oh my god. And Bloop is just like, these things, they're just so fast. And then he's gonna try and follow its. He's gonna try and follow its movements and like do like a karate chop strike and just miss it.
You swat the air. Would you like to move
How
at
do
all?
these things move so fast?
Would you
I wish
like?
I knew.
Would you like to move, or would you like to stay planted?
Yeah, sure. He'll move. He'll go. Let's see. So here. So 5.
As you do, it's going to take an opportunity attack real quick.
20. Oh, of course it will. Okay.
That's okay.
fair.
18 misses.
18. So yeah, I'll like just barely dodge out of the way, seeing it come around to strike. It's like, Roto, we need help. These things are too fast. They're like lightning in a bottle. Except they're in a bottle.
I don't know what you're expecting me to do about that.
Magic things.
All right, I think that's fair. That's a fair call.
That is fair. And I do want to note something else. Your strikes, all of your magically oriented strikes, which are all your strikes, they each have extra little fire lights and sparkles that come off of them that are not natural to your abilities. But Bloop, it follows you.
Yay!
And
I'm a friend.
You do, and it tries to hit you.
And it tries to hit me and suck out.
19.
Okay, yeah, that'll just hit.
It's like
AC 19.
It's like, oh, snake eyes. So 4 points of lightning damage. It gives you just a little tiny sting.
Little zap.
Can you make a Constitution save for me again?
Oh God, you're really testing Bloop's resilience here.
Oh no. Okay.
16.
That's fine, and it embeds itself in you this time. And just like you, it ends its turn, and just like you gave it force damage, it's going to hit you for 10 force damage as it ends its turn in you. Literally in you. It's floating in you now with your other
10
gear.
10 force damage?
10 force damage.
Ow.
DD, this one stings at you.
Hit it! Oh!
These things, this is the second nat 20. On you.
No. Guys, I think the DM's trying to kill us. I think he's finally tired of our shenanigans.
I didn't make anybody climb a tree and fight these things and Bloop.
I didn't try to fight it. I just touched it.
No, Bloop sought vengeance in your name. And we're in the middle of that now. 13 points of lightning damage, GD. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I would like to point out that he couldn't do it last week with the giant bone snakes. So this year it's just the tiny little pricks of light. This session it's just tiny little pricks of light.
Because
That hurt.
I can make a joke on that too. I'm not gonna. DD, it's going to embed itself in your side now. And you're going to take 7 points of force damage as it's there. You feel like you could walk out of it and get away from it, but as it's there, you can feel it partially wisping away part of you into some ethereal non-space. You don't want this thing to stay where it's at for too long.
Mm-hmm.
Good news is it's Plucky's turn.
Let me think on what I can actually do. Okay, so I have a question. Are these things attracted to magic?
I don't think you have enough information to discern that yet. You were just in the tree and it appeared and Bloop attacked it and it attacked Bloop. So far, these things are the victim. I just want to point that out.
Roto doesn't even know why we're fighting, guys.
I agree.
To be clear, Roto doesn't know why we're fighting.
Luke's still hoping to eat something.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to figure that out next.
Let's see. Do I think... let me see. Is he smart enough to figure out what's going on? No, he has average intelligence. I doubt he'd put 2 and 2 together, as smug as he is. Speaking of bright ideas, theoretically, if I were to shatter a tree, could it fall on Bloop?
You know you're not attacking Bloop, right? I
just know that he can take it, okay?
So one.
I'd rather I'd rather drop a tree on Bloop, slime guy, than Deirdre.
So I will say Shatter does not have enough control to necessarily fell a tree in the direction you want, although the roll of the dice could determine such a thing. 2, you don't need to center shatter on an object. You can center it on a point in air. 2, you do you, boo. I don't know if that's the best plan, but you can.
I don't know what I can do without getting one of them like touching me.
Well, so far they've only attacked the other 2.
Huh.
They clearly view us as the larger threat.
I'm gonna try to sneak past here.
Yeah, it's embedded in Deidre. It's not when they're embedded, they don't seem interested in popping out and attacking.
All right, and then that's an interesting thought. Maybe I can do something. I would like to attempt to use suggestion on the wisp that's embedded to Blue.
Right, is that a wisdom save?
Yep, of 14.
All right. What is your suggestion?
Leave.
Nope.
So he just kind of, I imagine he just kind of runs up, stops, kind of does the Owen Grady raptor pose and just says, leave.
It doesn't
And
even
nothing
respond. It just shines a light within Bloop. Bloop's internal organs are all illuminated from the inside. It'd be like a light show on the side of the house. It's just everything stored in Bloop is shadow cast there.
I'm gonna try a bonus action if I have one. Let's see,
Guys, it's finally happening. Bloop, the monk, he's being enlightened.
Alright,
That was uncomfortably close to my ear.
No.
Alright, I'm gonna use cunning action and hide.
Okay, you can't really hide in plain sight, but if you get behind something, you can like push through the wall.
Yeah, just
You
here.
push through the broken wall. Which
Can I just hide?
okay, roll a stealth check.
Okay, that's oh no. 10.
All right, you're as hidden as a 10 gets you. Luke,
Okay,
you're next.
he's such a great spellcaster. Plucky's just so good at this.
Luke is gonna step off to the side and he's gonna be like, "Oh no, exactly what to do."
Fog cloud.
And hold on 1 second. Going to cast Radiant Consumption and just brighten himself up like a really, really bright light and take a step out up here, and he's gonna hold his arms out and he goes, "I command the lights to leave my friends alone. You leave us alone, we will leave you alone, says your god, the giant light."
Are you?
Can you make a deception check?
Yes, I can.
Your god, the giant light, bids thee.
Is there any way I can get some kind of just I don't know, that's so bad.
I'm so
I thought
sorry.
I had
I feel like you're fishing for advantage from the help.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, Roto just rolled his eyes so hard that whatever the help action is, you probably have the opposite.
I'll say because you burned your radiant consumption and you were putting on the show that you can do it again. We'll take the higher of the two.
I'm gonna be
You
so
are
mad
willing-
if it's the same or lower.
You are willing to burn stuff. Oh, 11's not good.
11.
No, they don't seem to move.
I think that's actually, well, yeah, that's a whole ass action too. Lucian's gonna be like, excuse me. You're supposed to come over here. I don't think this worked, you guys. And that's the end of Lucifer's turn.
I potentially have a plan. I don't know that it's a good one, but I have one.
Mine wasn't very good, so anything's better than that.
Anything's better than what any of us have actually done so far.
Deidre, it's your turn next. What do you do?
I will try to hurry back inside the house.
All right, it stays put as you move out of it. Do you disengage or do you just move?
Yep, I disengage.
Okay, you disengage. It's left floating.
Okay. I look back at Lucifer. Loop. Leave him alone! Get back inside!
Okay, Deidre, anything else?
Nope, I am my turn.
Rodo!
Bloop, do you trust me?
Oh god.
Yes!
Bloop trusts all of his war band.
I cast Hypnotic Pattern, catching both of these sprite things and Bloop.
That's
Wisdom
it.
saves DC 15 all around, please.
Yeah, alright, we're gonna do E and F. So, wisdom save. 19 for the one in Bloop.
Damn it!
And the other one fails.
I got a 13.
So Bloop and the one not in him are the ones that fail, right?
Yeah, F fails, E succeeds, Blue fails.
Bloop, you trust me? Knocks out Bloop.
Bloop's highest is his wisdom. How did this happen?
So what are the exact conditions that spell imparts?
All right, so there's a twisting pattern of colors. So again, light show. In that 30-foot cube, it only appears for a moment and then it vanishes. As long as I'm concentrating, creatures who fail are charmed for the duration. They are incapacitated and have a speed of 0.
Okay.
I just imagine that Lord Heroine's just looking outside, just watching all of this, just light after light after light.
Can I, given that it's not very far, can I grab incapacitated Bloop and drag him into the house with me?
Yeah, Bloop blops on the ground. Eve is now floating above him. You're kind of within 5 feet of E, so he can get an opportunity attack, but I'll let you drag Bloop.
Yeah, we'll take the opportunity attack. Yeah, I'll take the opportunity attack. So I'm gonna take Bloop and myself,
Okay,
and even dragging him and using half speed, I should have just enough to get us kind of behind this wall.
all right, and as you do, just take 9 points of lightning damage as it stings you as you try to drag Bloop away. But you're within the walls.
Yeah. Frick, this was my turn too, wasn't it? That's unfortunate.
It's
All right, 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage, yep. And Bloop is incapacitated?
Bloop is incapacitated, yes. I'll make a concentration check, I suppose.
Oh, yes, that is, you maintain it.
All right, so E is still incapacitated and Bloop is still incapacitated. Yeah, they can be shaken awake, or if they'll wake up if they take any damage. But that shake awake is a full action, so I can't do it for Bloop right now.
All right, Bloop, you spend your turn incapacitated staring at lights. So many lights. Lights from Plucky, lights from the trees, lights from Rodo. So many lights.
Hey, Deidre, above table, you got any lights to add to this light show?
No? Let's just get back inside.
Luke, it goes to you.
I'm pretty sure you have
Luke?
Starry Wisp.
Yeah, how much points does it take for going in your radiant consumption?
It's going to take, I think, 4 points.
Alright, it will take 4 points for entering your radiant consumption. It will
Well,
hit
hello
you.
there.
It will hit you with a 21. The two lights combine. This will give you 6 points of shocking damage as its little lightning body hits against yours. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
It's a nat 20.
You are absolutely safe from this thing.
Oh gosh, hold on. Oh, that was loud. Oh, gross. I'm what?
You are safe from this thing as it tries to siphon off your life. And it just embeds in your foot like a moth to a flame. And takes 6 points of force damage as it starts to wisp away part of your body into another plane.
Oh my god, these things are just like little devils.
F can't do anything, that's the good news. Lucky, it's your turn.
I can still see Pinwind, right?
Yeah, Pinwin's just standing there.
As I'm cowering and hiding with my lovely 10, I'd like to look at him and try to persuade him to help us out.
Yeah, make a persuasion check. Just kind of give me an idea of what you say.
That was a 20. Hey, Mr. Could you help us out here? You lived or died through this before. We need help.
It looks at you.
I'm just like cowering as I say it.
And he says, "These are a result of the spell plague. They come and they slowly pick you away. I suggest you all come inside and leave them to the trees." And
Yeah,
he's-
that sounds good. And then I'd like for a bonus action to cast Bardic Inspiration on Lucifer.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Just in case. Just in case.
Poke out your head. Say, "You got this."
Hey, Lucifer, and I'm tapping my little fingers on the windowsill. You can survive. Just don't do anything.
Luke, it's your turn now. You are shining bright. This thing is shining bright. F is lost in the hypnotic pattern of its eyes.
I'm gonna like pick up my foot and look at it real close. Like, I don't fucking like it when things hurt me. But I'm gonna move on because I have learned growth. And Lucifer's going to disengage or whatever and jump through the wall. Or I think I see a window right there. I want to jump through the window. Almost like a little, like, you know, like a comedy kind of dive where you like head first, like a swan dive through the window. Wants to like dive in. Goodbye.
You hop in. Is the Deidre, do you want to do anything, or do you just stay in the house?
I'm staying in the house.
Roto, do you do anything? Do you hold your concentration on the spell? Do you go out and attack?
I keep my concentration on the spell. I will use my action to shake Bloop awake and make sure he's all right.
That's right. Bloop is in here. Okay.
Bloop, my friend. And I imagine while he's incapacitated, if I kind of slap where I imagine his face is supposed to be, I leave it up to you, Bloop, whether you jiggle or not.
Oh yeah, he jiggles like a Jello pudding.
Bloop jiggles.
Bloop. Come on, friend, wake up.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
It's so bright. Have
Yeah,
I
stay calm.
achieved enlightenment?
Kind of. Stay calm and stay down. Just stay here for a moment.
Oh, Roto, friend Roto. Did we beat them?
No, we're letting them run away.
But they are my trickiest foe yet.
Now, friend, I'm not going to restrain you if you want to run out there and fight them, but I will recommend against it.
Oh, all right, Roto. You are very smart. You're the smartest person that Bloop has ever known.
I touched them.
Loop, do you stay inside then?
Bloop does stay inside. Yes, he will listen to Roto's wisdom.
It's okay.
Can I peep outside and keep an eye on what E does?
How far outside do you go?
I don't. I'm trying to angle myself
Okay.
on what I imagine is this window here to try and get an eye for E.
E zips back towards the tree and vanishes. F is still
I
in your
let go of
hypnotic
concentration on the spell.
arc. F will do the same. It'll fly into the tree and vanish. We are out of initiative order.
Friends, I think those are the most dangerous trees I've ever seen.
I did.
I'm going back to bed. Good night.
Actually, Luke, I want to note one thing that you saw. When you crashed in, Lavender was there. Lavender now has embedded in his forehead and sticking out the part of Deidre's horn that was broken off in the crash.
Unicorn.
I'm gonna like
Pupper.
look into the tiger and get comfortable and start to fall asleep before my eyes just like snap open and be like, "What the fuck? What? I'll worry about it in the morning. I'm tired." And then he's gonna knock out. I fucking hate this place.
Lucky is just still having a panic attack and cowering next to Pinwin.
I'm gonna go
Deidre,
back to
Lavender
bed.
comes out. He has your horn. Literally, like it grew out of him, sticking out of the top of his forehead.
Lavender, what happened to you?
He says, "Don't worry. Now no one can take it from us."
That's fucked up,
That sounds oddly ominous.
right?
What do you mean by no one will take it from us?
The other ones kept trying to take it. I've fused with it. Now we are closer to being one, Deidre. Here,
Oh,
let me
What?
like that.
let me show you something. He
Okay.
looks over down the hall, and he vanishes and appears, and he looks down and say, "Now you try."
Okay. As she looks down the hallway. I don't think I can do this, but
If you try and focus on it, you disappear in like a purple haze, and you can reappear next to him. You're basically
as she focuses,
as you
oh,
as you connect with Lavender, he's basically given you one free Misty Step per long rest. You are now fused with the Blink Dog in that capacity.
That's awesome.
It really is.
And
Lavender,
Deidre, as you reappear, he says, "Good job. We disappear into the Fey winds, and then we reappear. We will get the drop on our enemies. No one will hurt you, Deidre."
Lavender, I just have a lot of questions.
Yes, many questions. We will get you
What's-
out of those evil contracts with all of the things that you've bargained with. Don't worry.
When the Archfey mentioned creating a new purple, what's going to happen to me?
He looks and he says, "I don't know. Some things are beyond me. The workings of the courts. They are their own bodies. I swear to you, Deidre, if I have to give up all the purple in me, I will protect you.
I'm just confused. I'm a little scared about when you mentioned all the purple in you.
Don't worry.
Does that mean
If you follow the Lord of Lavender, I will follow him with you. If not, I will make sure you are safe.
buddy? As teacher takes a deep breath. I need to do something tonight.
He paws the ground. His feet dig at the tiles, the long, broken, dirty, dead tiles underneath. I will protect you.
Thank you. Please forgive me for what I'm about to do when we get back to the room.
He follows.
As they enter, she tries to close the door.
There's really almost no door left. It's like on one hinge hanging off.
That'll do. As she walks further in the room, picking up her staff.
You pick up the staff. Okay.
As she takes a deep breath. I'm going to try and talk to him again.
Oh, you want to talk to T? I love this. Do you focus on this? Do you focus on the staff?
Yep.
You don't know if you make a connection, but you're certainly focusing on it. Nothing. The world doesn't shift. But what are you trying to communicate to the Archdevil?
He just has questions for him.
The staff is waiting to receive them. Lavender's looking at you with worry.
Please, just if you're there, answer me. I have quite a bit to talk about.
How much energy are you willing to give to it?
Almost most of her energy.
Make a charisma check with advantage.
Look it up. $20.
All right. It feels like something connects.
Would she be transported?
This time, an image appears in the room with you, almost as real as if it was there, and he looks and he goes, "Yes. Have you come to make a better arrangement?"
By better arrangement, you still want me to find Alan Rowe, right?
Not find. No. Kill and destroy until exists no more. It's very clear. Kill him and make sure he ceases to be. If you're willing to bargain, say 33% more, I could instill you with more power.
You seem to be you seem to be a man that knows a lot of information.
A man? No. Certainly more than a man. What information would you like? And how much are you willing to pay?
This depends on the payment.
What would you like to know, my dear? Always willing to help a friend.
I want to know who left me there near my grove.
You want to know what?
I want to know who left me near my grove when I was little.
He steps forward and he goes, what percentage of you wants to know on a scale of 1 to 33?
That will be pretty much 28.
28. So you would like to hold a 5% ownership in your stake in your soul and make me majority owner? I am pleased at this. He sits down on the ground, and in a fiery puff up from the floor, you see a ruby red apple appear. And he says, eat this to seal the deal. Not quite a contract as before, but certainly an exchange of goods.
And this will give me the answers I'm looking for?
I will give you the answer to your question, who left you. That's of course
And the
all you
reason?
asked. Ooh, the reason. Do I hear 29?
Ooh.
I'll give you almost ownership of my soul.
I have 33 already. You're willing to offer up another 28. What's 1 more percent?
You do realize Zard's Fae owns the other half, right?
Oh, no. He owns 33%. I own 33%, and you own 33%. Hence, you only have 33% left to bargain with. For 29% more, I will happily tell you such a trivial thing.
It may be trivial to you, but it's not to me.
Oh, trust me, the prize for me is not trivial at all. I could use someone of your talents in this sector.
What do you mean by that?
Well, some things have to be done, and it's always good to have people in the know of how to get things done. And the ones that can't say no are certainly the better, don't you agree?
A horrible way to do it.
Well, they don't call me a devil for no reason.
And yet I am no devil.
Horns say otherwise. And don't worry. When I have the majority ownership, the tiefling in you will more than come out.
I'm out.
Oh yes, you are reconnecting to your roots. Doesn't that sound enticing to you? Look at my horns, and he touches them. You could have one just as fine. I could take away the blick dogs if you like, or he likes to follow you. Maybe he could have a set of horns too. His own natural grown.
Leave, you are not going to lay a single hand on him.
Not a single. No. You would do it.
I won't.
Majority owner, majority rules.
I don't care.
Some things in life, my dear, are choices that can't be undone when made. Eat the apple. I will have the majority ownership. You won't have need to worry about reclaiming anything from anybody else. And I'll tell you what, after the completion of the task I laid before you, the destruction and annihilation from existence of the Rakshasa, you can still reclaim that 33%. What generosity beyond that could you want?
All it takes is for me to kill somebody.
We've all killed people, my dear. Would you like if I made a deal with the rest of the group to make them on your side, to make them more comfortable with you? He starts walking towards the door and he looks back.
No!
And he says, "Come now, let us tell them our little secret."
Keep them.
Was that actually that loud?
As he moves away, Lavender bites at him and he vanishes in a wisp of smoke. There is certainly a loud commotion in the room across from everybody.
Plucky's not asleep, so he'll be like, "Wait, what's going on?"
And I want to say anybody that enters that room will see a ruby red apple sitting on the ground. One of the only fruits that anyone has seen in this
So
place.
hungry. Immediately, if Deidre doesn't stop Lucifer will beeline for the apple and be like, "Oh, ever since Plucky said something about food," and take a bite out of it.
Luke, no, give it here.
But Deidre, come on, I'm so hungry and
Give
it's
it-
so shiny.
No.
Why? Why can't I eat it? Why can't we? All things.
Deirdre, I got
We
this.
sh-
Hand it here to me. Hand it here to me. I got this, Deirdre.
Why the fuck would I give it to you?
I just touch
she-
it I just touch it and cast distort value at first level.
I'm holding it like no. I'm not gonna let you touch it. Like
I'm just gonna like put one finger on it and just like
no.
there.
Again, not gonna. That's gonna have to be like some kind of like contested role. Like
I do
I'm
not
also
want
a
to do
full-on
that.
player, and my character does have autonomy, and I can say like if I'm moving it away from you, I'm moving it away from you.
So
All right.
to try to, if we want to contest, we can do a contested roll.
I don't want to do that. I want to try to avoid that.
Okay.
Right.
Can
I?
Yeah, Deidre, what do you want to do?
Can I possibly do something?
Yes,
Deidre, if you, I said if Deidre was the one that wanted to stop me, Lucifer would only listen to Deidre in that sense. So that's why I kind of made that note of like, Deidre, if you were to stop him, Lucifer, you would like in that instance, yeah, I don't know. Lucifer stops eating the apple and gives Deidre the apple.
So Luke, you do actually bite into the apple, correct?
If Deidre would stop me, then I would not have bitten into the apple. If Plucky tries to stop me, I will absolutely bite the apple.
Deidre, do you try to stop him real quick?
Yes.
All right, Luke.
Lucifer, please
So he does not bite the apple.
don't bite into that.
No, I do not. And then that's when I question her, like, why do you not want me to eat the apple?
Because it's something really important that I have to eat. It's part of my druid ritual to eat that.
Do you think it fixed my arm?
It could.
In your case, it's kind of different. Please, it's
You hold on to it. If you decide you don't want to eat it in like a day or two, let me know, because I guarantee you my tummy will be rumbling.
Of course. Of course. As Deidre looks at the apple.
So shiny. Golden, delicious.
Can
I thought
Plucky
you said it
roll an
was red.
insight check? Because he's naturally distrustful, but
Are you rolling in an insight check against the apple? Or-
exactly, because something seems fishy because Deirdre keeps looking at it.
You go ahead and roll an insight check. I'll tell you what you get.
All right. 21.
The situation's weird. People, Luke and Deidre are fighting over an apple. It's hard to say much more than that. You see,
Plucky just shrugs and
Lavender
leaves.
has a new horn, by the way.
He.
I stop mid walk, look over. Okay then.
He looks at you.
Yeah. It looks nice. It looks nice. And then I just walk out.
He looks at Deidre. You hear Lavender in your head. He says, "Give me the apple."
I don't want you near this either.
Give me the apple.
No.
He
Lavender,
steps
please.
over. He says, "Give me the apple. I'll get rid of it. No more deals with devils."
I'm sorry. As she takes a small bite of it.
As you do, the truth of the situation of your orphanages, that's not quite the word, of your
Lineage?
lineage, not lineage, just the specifics of what she asked. Just the specifics of who left her at the grove.
Your origin.
The origin story!
And it's no more information than what she asked, as she can feel the room like an intense fire is burning there. But Deidre, you are now aware of the truth about who left you. You see it hanging out there for just a moment as to why, and you have to give more of yourself to it. But you didn't agree to it beforehand, so it's like it's just floating there, out of your grasp, hanging. But you are now aware of who left you, but not why. And the room around you feels like an intense heat. And Lavender looks at you with grave concern, as you have now given an additional 28% on top of the 33%.
And you thought Lucifer made a lot of deals, Deidre? You need to take some time to yourself and think about these actions.
And Deidre, you
Dear
feel...
Miss Pot, the kettle would like to speak with you.
Deidre, on your forehead, where the archdevil's horns are, you don't feel them burst out, but you can feel a pressure underneath your skin. Like you can feel them, but no one can see them yet.
My head isn't killing me.
Lavender walks away, walks out, and for the first time, Lavender looks at every member of the party, and Rodo, Lavender comes to you, puts his head down in an obvious gesture of sadness, and begins whimpering at your leg.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't think this dog liked me. He's crying to me. Why is the dog crying to me?
I think you need to drink its saliva to understand what it's talking. I think that's what Deidre did. I don't really understand how she communicates with it, but that's my first guess.
Rhoda's gonna really awkwardly reach down and kind of pet Lavender's, like, the back of his neck. It's okay, puppy. And he's gonna look kind of over at Deidre's door, I assume that things are going downhill for your mistress.
He doesn't respond. There's just complete sadness there.
Hey,
Can Bloop potentially do a insight on Deirdre to see if there's anything like wrong?
You could do an insight, or you could ask her.
Okay, yes. Bloop will step in, seeing this exchange between Lavender and Rodo. Deirdre, is everything okay? You didn't get hurt badly, did you, in that fight before?
I'm alright. I just need to rest. My head really hurts.
I'm gonna insight check that.
I would imagine her head probably does really hurt, yes.
24 insight check to see if she's... I guess if she's hiding anything, if she's like keeping anything back. Other than my head just really hurts.
Deidre, you're welcome to roll a deception check if you'd like.
14.
So I'll say that Bloop, something seems off. I'll leave it for Deidre to tell you how much she seems off.
Okay.
Alright. Deidre, just lying in her bed, looking like she might have a fever. As she trying to block her head so it's out of view. Just let me rest. It's... a lot happened. Okay.
Okay. So Bloop will acknowledge. He'll just reach over and lay ever so delicately lay a pseudopod hand on her shoulder. Before pulling away. All right, Deirdre. You know that Bloop is always here if you need anything.
Thank you.
I'm sorry if my actions got you hurt. But I'll be just outside if you need me.
Thanks, Bloop.
And Bloop will slowly walk out.
Does anybody else want to do anything before the night ends?
I would like.
Go ahead, Plucky. Shoot.
I would like for
Sorry.
the first time ever to try and touch Lavender to comfort them.
Make a, let's say what's the, he's not an animal, a persuasion check. Make a persuasion check.
Please be good, please be good. Oh, 11.
He doesn't shy away from you. He's just kind of lying on the floor.
It'll be okay, pup. Things happen, okay?
He buries his snout in his paws. His paws stretch straight out in front of him. His nose goes in between.
Plucky feels kind of bad and just sits next to him.
He doesn't shy away from you. He's just sitting there. Luke, what do you want to do?
Hey, Deidre, are you still gonna eat that apple, or is it okay if I have the other half? No.
Is it been
Yes.
no response right away?
I'm gonna go ahead and just take it real quick and slowly picks up the apple, eyeing her, not taking his eyes off her the entire time. Go ahead.
While he's asking that question, can I watch Lavender really closely when Luke first suggests he wants to eat that apple?
If he, let me see what he hears. Let me roll a die. Physical. Oh, he rolled a nat 20, so he looks over. His head darts up, and he darts in. And Luke, he doesn't try to knock it away from you. He's just digging at you with Deidre's horn.
Roto's gonna follow Lavender in. Luke, don't eat the apple.
Listen, that thing just doesn't like me because I tried to take Deidre's horn away from it, and now it super glued it to its forehead, and it's trying to. I don't trust it. Why? Just wanting that. You know how long it's been since I've seen an apple this shiny?
Hey, big guy, maybe you should
Been a
trust the
long time.
magic glowy reindeer dog, okay?
If you knew where this magical reindeer dog came from, I doubt you would trust it very much. Why is it that the only one that can understand it communicating is Deidre? The rest of us, it looks at like we're imbeciles and not good enough to know what's going on inside of its tiny little fancy now single-horned head. And I just want to know why I can't eat this shiny apple.
It's
All right,
a
simple
fey.
question.
It's a fey.
Luke.
Of course, it's gonna look down on everyone. I do the same thing. I just hide it.
Lavender shakes
That
his
was
head
not
at you.
helpful, Bucky. Luke, and Roto's gonna say this loud enough that even Deirdre and her funk is going to hear it. Very obviously, that apple is magically significant. I don't believe for a moment it's a druid thing. But it is potentially a fey thing. It is potentially something else. And whatever it is, eating it upset the dog enough that it came to us. And not Deirdre.
Roto, I
would
gotta
really
say,
appreciate it if you would let me just fucking destroy it.
I will let you destroy because you made one very valid point. The fact that the dog came to us. It even walked by me. It doesn't even like me. And it walked by me. Roto, you can absolutely destroy the apple. I trust the apple less than I trust that dog at this point.
Yeah, it did let me
Rotom,
touch it.
how
It
do you
normally
wanna-
tries to bite me.
How do you want to destroy the apple?
Oh, Roto,
Um,
let me do it. Let's take it outside and I'll shatter it.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Oh, Privance.
I really thought he was going to say yes to that one.
I was kind of hoping he would.
Absolutely not. The last time you shattered something, you destroyed a door and a wardrobe and almost a Deirdre.
I would like to
that's why
point
I
out
said-
above table that it was an apple that Plucky annihilated last time.
I'm right, it
It
was.
was an
Jesus.
apple! It was an apple!
It was.
Lucky destroyer of apples.
That is my new title.
Could be.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so I'm going to come take the apple from Lucifer. Is there a gap in the wall that will let me through to this room?
A ton of gaps. Everything is so beat up and broken here. When you
All right,
walk
I'm
into
gonna
that
set the
room, you
apple-
notice an altar. It's like this room was probably like a dedicated room to some deity or family spirit or something. Long destroyed.
I'm going to ignore that. But I am going to move away from it. I'm going to place the apple right here. Right specifically on this tile.
Okay. That center tile there.
That center tile of that red block is where the apple is going to sit.
Okay.
And
I'm intrigued.
then I drop a thunder wave at 4th level on the apple.
How far back does it push? Is it 10 feet? It pushes something?
If it is not outright destroyed by 5d8 damage, and I assume that it has disadvantage on a con save, Yeah,
One
if it is
never
not
knows.
outright destroyed, it is pushed 10 feet away.
All right. So you thunder wave it.
I'm waiting for the DM to say that somehow this apple survives. Oh.
What the fuck is that?
Uh-oh.
What the fuck is that, DM? What the,
no.
what the fuck is that? What is
Radius
that?
is 20, not diameter. So you centered it here, Roto?
Yeah. Pretty much, you can see, if you just center it on the
Roto.
cube.
Oh, God.
The cube.
It's let's say it pushes. Let's give you a dex save with advantage because you're only really half in this. As you thunder wave it, a gigantic fireball erupts from it. So please make a dexterity saving throw with advantage. That is
18.
that is not enough. So let me get the dicey dice roller here.
The dicey dice.
The dicey.
You said
dice.
it was a fireball?
It is a fireball.
Did the apple just pull an Uno reverse no you?
Let's
would
be
you say
thankful.
that this is, would you say this is still on my turn?
Yeah, this is still your turn.
Oh, frig. Yep, all right.
Christopher's like looking at you while this is happening. He's just.
So
Oh my god, bro.
it explodes. The walls explodes. The altar explodes. Roto explodes. There is a big, gigantic flame sphere that just explodes for 27 points of fire damage. Luke, it's a good thing you didn't bite that. There is a massive explosion that just occurs.
I'll say this.
First a thunder boom and then a fire boom.
Plucky hears this and he just has a smug smile on his face.
Oh
Just should have let me.
God.
Just should have let me shattered it outside. Now shouldn't you?
The small little lightning bugs are still outside. You're welcome to go sleep in another tree if you want.
Well, we didn't have to go
we just put
outside.
the
We just
fire
had to
out?
get the apple outside, like 10 feet away, and I could have done it.
I'll say
No damage to the house.
I'll say
Then
this
we
too. The remaining bits of wood are currently on fire.
Do we need to put this fire out?
Yes, we'll put the fire out.
Oh god! Does someone have crate water?
And honestly, the quicker the better because this place is old and brittle and dried wood.
I have mold earth, not water, but I can use it to kind of earth bend some sand and soil over the fire.
I can
He
use
just wakes up to this, asking, "What did you do?"
It wasn't me this time. I could swear that. It was Roto this time, and then I
All
just
they
used,
had to do was let me eat the apple.
I just used Mage Hand and just start slapping it, the fire.
Can I just say two of the casters in this party have tried to annihilate an apple, and it just gone badly for us and potentially almost destroyed a house.
And Deidre
the
is
house
almost
is catching
always
fire.
in the crossfire.
And Deirdre is right there for both instances.
If anything, also the direct cause of said instances.
Hey,
First time we were trying to get Deidre, and this time it was the apple that Deidre brought into the house. Coincidence?
God. Deidre, what is it with your apple?
I'm using mold to try and erase some of the fire. And there's just sand and soil going back and forth and back and forth.
And then my Mage Hand just slapping the ground in certain places.
We're having a contest to see who can draw on the
Rufus
map.
also helping mold some earth as well.
Deidre's just
Oh, you know
crate
what
water.
I don't know how to erase. I don't know how helpful I
Oh my god.
It wasn't my fault
this
this time.
shenanigans.
It wasn't my fault this time. My plan would have worked if we just threw the apple outside 10 feet away and then I could shatter it without busting the house.
Well, you would have shattered like the trees and probably the will-o-wisps, and they would have like enacted war upon us.
They would. Not if would.
There would have been an effect if it would have exploded outside. I'll say that. Currently, everybody's just putting out a house fire. Good job, everybody. You have
cantrip. I could do this all day long, man.
You have successfully put out the fire.
We are so good at being adventurers.
I can't wait for tomorrow's discussion. What'd you do in your D&D game last night? I colored.
We blew up a house with an apple.
Here's the summed up version. We had a rave and lit a house on fire.
Honestly,
with an apple.
Oh my.
This is basically
that part's important.
Oh my god. Oh no.
That's the important part. We had a rave.
Lights everywhere. This is a real rave.
And then we almost lit a house on fire with an apple.
My partner comes out.
Brodo's gonna look at Plucky and say, "All right, lad. I will admit that not destroying a house when it comes to taking care of apples appears to be more difficult than I gave you credit for."
I know, right? But to be fair, I didn't know what I was doing, and you did.
There was absolutely no way I could have known that apple would explode in a fireball.
Can everybody make an insight check except Deidre?
Oh no.
Deidre, everybody make an inside check except Deidre. Deidre already knows.
6.
Your
14.
Your insights are awful. I will say
it's just sad about the apple.
It does seem like it's weird for an apple to explode.
Yeah, wait, why? What spell did you use, man? That was
a beautiful apple.
What just happened?
So here's a more important question. Here's a more important question. DM, is the apple still there?
No, the apple's completely destroyed.
Okay.
The apple's
we did
gone.
it, guys. We did it. We destroyed the apple. And the
Really,
house.
that's all I needed. But now I am in desperate need of a fucking nap.
The sun is starting to come up. Lord Heroin sticks his head in. Are you all ready to go destroy the Neogis and reclaim the mine so we can destroy the scion of the primal sun and seek vengeance for our people?
Yes.
We just blew up your house. I hope that's not a problem.
He's still putting out embers on his beard.
He looks at you and he goes, "Yes, I have known the Emberbeard family for years."
Real quick, would Bloop, would anything click with Bloop and hearing the title of the Scion?
Oh yeah, you guys know the name of the ancient solar dragon. You guys absolutely know the name of the ancient solar dragon.
Lucifer still dreams of it.
You mean wait. I remember that name. I know it now. That's the name of the dragon that Bloop was cheated out of having a fight, a battle with, a duel to prove who was the strongest.
That's true.
Well, now we get to have another duel with it.
You wanted to duel the dragon?
Yes. It was to be Bloop's mightiest deed.
And Luke has done you a solid and sworn vengeance against it.
Do you think this dragon could... Wait, do you think if we beat this dragon near to death, it could do us a favor or two?
Most certainly, tiny friend.
And then if it doesn't comply, we finish it off.
Yes, we send it into the abyss, infernus, to hells maybe. Where do dragons go when they die?
I think they come from another planet.
I think we all get reincarnated there, mate. I
just
hope
think-
that the dragon comes back as me, and then I come back as the dragon. That's what I hope.
It's like a yin and a yang.
Exactly. Weird voice in the sky.
What? Lucifer, you okay? What weird voice in the sky?
Now remember, Lucky Luigi's the only one that can truly break the fourth wall.
Excellent. Lucifer, you've put us back on the trail of our mighty deed of eradicating the astral sea of this blight, this dragon, this solar dragon, the scion of what was it again, DM? Scion of the dawn?
Scion of the primal sun.
Of the primal sun. Yes, we will eradicate this scion of the primal sun.
And maybe we can do 2 birds with 1 stone and save the crystal girl at the same time, eh?
Oh yeah, the
yes,
crystal girl.
The person
And then I look.
in the necklace.
I say crystal girl, and I just look over at. I squint over at Bloop. Yeah.
Bloop
Nature
looks
assistant.
over.
Slowly goes over to them.
Do I still have that necklace?
You do.
You better
and
still have that necklace.
You do, and when you point out, it points steadily to the same direction, slowly turns back towards it, even as you try to maneuver it away. And should you look inside, you see that girl who is just slowly, hungrily pacing back and forth. Dirty skin, tattered clothes. You have
Waiting for us.
You have yet to be able to communicate with her.
So I will look at the necklace and I will like put my pseudopod blob head like really close up to it and be like, "Don't worry, if you can hear me, we're coming to save you from this evil scion of the primal sun. Hold on."
Hey, maybe. Bloop, real quick. Maybe you know how you owe me a favor?
Yes.
Could that favor be me holding the necklace?
You want to hold on to the necklace tied to this mysterious girl?
Yeah, I think she's very pretty. And she totally does not make me very sad when I look in the crystal.
Okay. Well, this does help us to lead in the direction that she's possibly being held in, so take very good
then-
care of it, friend Plucky.
Here, I'll stick close to you from here on out, just in case we need to use it, because you know what to do.
Oh, okay. Well then, that works for Bloop. And Bloop will, like, tuck it back into his... basically, put his hand into his body, and just, put it back in, the little satchel that he holds inside of himself.
Yeah, and Plucky looks a little like, "Ah," when you put it away. It's
Loop
just,
is a bag of holding.
Bloop is
So-
That's how he carries all this stuff. He
Transparent.
just has it inside of himself.
He's just in a transparent bag of holding. Everything's
real-
flowing inside of him.
but Plucky is noticeably distraught when you put it away, and just like, "Ah."
Do you guys do anything else before the night ends?
When Deidre is walking kind of towards the group, Roto is just going to very kind of, not quite under his breath, but quietly, "Lucifer nearly lost his face. We are going to talk, lass. Sooner rather than later."
Right. As
When do we go to fight a dragon?
Deidre tries
We have
to
to go fight dumb things in the mine again, but first, I think.
That's true.
Which way is the mine?
First, the party has spent
Orange.
most of the night now really doing other things other than resting. So, does the party want to settle? Does the party want to settle in for a long rest? If you say no, you move on with the level of exhaustion. If you say yes, you guys can heal.
Yeah, take a long rest. It's smart to always take one when you
Deidre
can.
tries to get Lavender to come to her.
Lavender will come to you, just very, very sad around you.
Oh, puppy. Yeah, but especially when we're going into Neogi Caverns. When we're going into Neogi Caverns, it's best to take a long rest.
So everybody will be able to pass the long rest without any more shenanigans happening, as long as the party doesn't want to find any more shenanigans.
That's a tough
I think
part
we've
right
had
there.
enough for one session. I think this is the most shenanigans we've had.
Well,
as part of the penance, Roto's going to pass the long rest in the burnt-out altar room.
I'm just gonna fall asleep right where I'm at, so I'm just gonna curl up on the ground. I'm too exhausted.
Luke reclaims his spot on the carpet.
I'm curled up like Lavender, but I'm just like, eh.
So the party will be able to pass the night without an issue. When the dawn as the dawn comes and goes, Heroin's standing at the edge of the keep, and he is looking out at rosy-fingered dawn as streaks of red sit in the sky, and he just waits for the party. He has a pack and a weapon ready to go, and as soon as the party is ready to go, he will tell everybody that there are 2 paths to the ship. One is a path directly through the mines, and the other is through a place called Shallows Deep, an old drow city now overrun with Neogi and Umber Hulks.
Oh, that's not fun at all.
The mines.
I totally know what those are. I know what the Neogi are.
With the 18, with an 18, would Lucifer know what a Ember Hulk or an Umber Hulk is?
Yeah, very possible.
On nature?
Like a big crustacean bug. Without knowing too much about the Neogi, though, you wouldn't necessarily know their relationship to them.
I'm gonna say I vote for going there because those Umber Hulks are fucking badass, and I've always wanted to fight one.
Heroin will tell you.
Those?
He'll tell you that where the Neogi are, Umber Hulks are. There's no path forward without both.
Mm-hmm.
I vote where we can see the sun. What's your vote? Sorry for interrupting you, Lucky.
Drow cities are in the Underdark.
I just want to clarify, what are these things? I know what the Neogi are, but what are these things?
Big, scary, crustacean, insect-like creatures. I can't really describe them too much to you because I've never actually seen one myself, but I've heard that they are epic to fight.
I miss the city. I miss the city so much right now. Let's go with the sun. Let's go with the sun.
So just a word of warning. It's a drow city, so it's in the Underdark. No matter what, you are going underground.
No!
Can I ask Heroin how is it an actual city of drow?
He looks at you and he'll say, first the surface was destroyed. Then the Neogi sought refuge underground and destroyed any living thing they could not enslave. It is a city of dead and spiders and slaves.
I want to go home.
You're not scaring me away from wanting, even though it's not in the sunlight, I still vote we go there because it sounds like we're bound to have loads of fun.
At least Oh no, the drows would be dead. There's nothing I could. Oh.
We still have
You
to
can
do
stick to a
the
spider.
I'm not gonna lie, my friends. The last time we faced Nyogi, a third of our party ended up charmed by them.
And you guys almost all turned on me. Because I tried to make you guys see clearly.
Are we feeling mentally fit to take on the Nyogi and the Umber Hulk?
We don't have a
If we
choice.
split up, right, we know who doesn't like the Nyogi, and we know who wants to fight the Umber Hulks. So I vote that all of you take on the Nyogi, and me and Deidre will take on the Umber Hulks.
The Revenant will say that they are in both quarters. It's just one is their mining operation, and the other is the city which they took.
Listen, Heroine, if we wanted your input, we would have made a deal in which you got input.
He
Right
looked,
now,
he
this is
looked at you
between
with
the party.
pin-dot eyes.
Hey.
Point of order, DM. Being from Under Mountain, how much, if anything, would Bloop know of Umber Hulks?
Ooh, roll a history or a nature check with advantage.
Ooh.
So sassy, sorry.
I love you so much. That's fine.
I'm cackling.
Oh, natural 20 -1 for a 19.
Let's go!
You know that they are big crustacean-like creatures that pack a punch,
Crap.
and they often fall under the enslavement of these spider creatures.
Crap.
Oh,
Crap.
I feel like this is the first time that Plucky has little to no clue what's going on, and he is just
Okay.
terrified.
This
He
is a
hates this
terrifying
place.
situation. You are in a
So
land of
you-
undead ran by spiders underneath.
Yeah, so Bloop would definitely recount this information, and if he's seen one before, which I don't know, I'll leave up to you, DM. I don't want to
Oh
railroad
no,
too much.
that's up to you. You can
Then
you can have seen an
he
Umber
would
Hulk.
use. Okay, then he would just like sort of reshape his pseudopod body to vaguely resemble what they look like, to show them all, like
Oh,
this is
Wait a
what
minute.
these creatures look like.
I think I can.
wait a
put,
minute.
I think I can put one in the chat.
Do you mean to tell us that these insects are possibly being oppressed by these nasty Nyogi?
Well, the Umber Hulks aren't, well, that I've ever met. These Umber
Are they
Hulks
doing
don't-
this work willingly? Heroine, now I want your input. Are the Umber Hulks doing this work willingly for the Nyogi?
Most likely not. They didn't seem too bright, but they are very.
Wait a
We're
minute.
killing the Nyogi. We're
No
killing
Yeah,
one,
wait-
no one
wait a
follows
second,
the
I
Nyogi
kind-
willingly.
I agree with Lucifer. I can't believe I'm saying this, but if these guys aren't getting controlled, I might not be on the nicest side of everything, but I feel like it's kind of our duty to help them out.
Oh, yep. And there's DM kindly posted a picture of what Blue
I-
can show you all.
I'm gonna be honest, it is adorable. It is
We
adorable.
need to help these, and then I want to fight one. I want to fight their champion when we've helped them. When we've freed them, I demand, as an alliance thing, that I fight the champion to the death upon winning.
So with the party? Yeah, sure. Go. Yeah, fight. Yeah, I like it.
I want
Fight,
one.
fight.
It is. I don't know why, but I find it so adorable. I want it.
They are.
Uh,
it is a very big creature.
I
It
don't
is.
care.
Bloop suggests that maybe we go through the mines if that were at all possible.
No, Bloop.
Why? Why is that wrong?
No, I'm with you. I understand. Not everyone seeks
there
out
would be-
fights and
there
near-death
would-
experiences like I do.
No, well, we would have plenty of experiences there, but we were trying to get to this ship, and well, while we can have fights, it'd be better to have fewer fights so we can quicker get to fighting the big fight, the dragon, right?
I would like to remind everyone that despite being a rogue, I am very bad at sneaking.
I would like to
You're bad
remind.
at sneaking?
I would like to remind.
I use distractions, okay? I use distractions to do all that stuff.
like color
So you
Sleight of
space.
distract
hand.
them and then we leave.
Sleight of hand, acrobatics, a song, a dance. I don't sneak.
I would like to remind the party that everybody has low rations as well.
Oh, we could.
Yep.
We could totally take some Neogi rations or Umber Hulk rations.
Or eat the Neogi.
Well, that's
That's
what I
true.
mean.
Oh.
Use
I have
use
a-
the Neogi and Umber Hulks as rations.
Everybody
I have
had
a
at least
horrible-
a day's rations. So
I have a horrible idea, but what if we, if possible, take some spider eggs?
That works.
um
Spider eggs are good. Very full of protein.
do you guys
No.
do you guys want to explore the spider webs in this place? The parts
I'm
that-
saying this above
the-
table, not as plucky, by the way.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you guys are welcome to explore the spider webs that are left after the fire.
I kind of assume these
the
things
spider
are
webs
dead.
here?
There are spider webs. They're not Neogi spider webs.
I kind of assume at this point that these things are dead because the house exploded and they didn't even respond.
Luke, make an investigation check.
Yeah, and also the altar, which I figured would have been something possibly potentially very important.
13.
That we didn't have any circumstances.
Luke, you put your hand through the spider web, it just crumbles. It's like the manifestation of a memory that was a remnant of a place that once existed.
How? I have a
That's lame.
question.
Oh.
How much of you said the altar was destroyed? How much of it is left?
It's not
Oh,
fully
Final Fantasy
destroyed, it's
X.
just pushed back and kind of parts of it are exploded off. There's still
Can I just-
enough to... Would you like to make an investigation check, Plucky?
I would like to do something that Plucky probably has no experience in.
Okay.
I'd like to use an Arcana check.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
See if you can find any
Okay.
Arcana symbols and whatnot.
Well, heroin.
A 10.
You see a black floating figure above it with black
Ah.
tendrils floating off its back, running along the remainder of the altar. And it just floats there.
Plucky just stops what he's doing and his mouth drops. Rhodo!
What have you done now?
I think I don't know what this is. I went to see if it had any magical words and do you see this or am I just
No, Rhoda, you see an Alep too.
what is this? What have I done? Can we leave? Can we leave?
What?
I want
If
to
he
go back
lets
to the
you,
city.
If you can just back out of here and leave him alone.
Oh no.
I don't know what this is, genuinely, both as character and above table, and I'm scared.
Yeah, that's why I've decided that it actually might be fun to take away their names, so you get to see their icon, but are left in the dark about what they are.
It's an Alep? No.
Do we recognize it though?
Everybody who is in that dungeon, please make an insight check.
Insight.
Lucifer is not going to be doing that because he is fashioning this tiger rug into an outfit for himself.
17.
He's like Hercules.
18.
Lucky you don't count because you weren't in that dungeon.
17.
Oh, okay.
Everybody that got above a 15, this is not only an Alep, this is one of the Aleps that was in the horde of the Scion of the Primal Sun and one that you have seen through the eyes of to know the history of this place. It is an image of what that adventurer who went to that dragon to try to get relief for his people, it's an image of what he has become. And
Guys,
it is what he is held as.
what do I do? Do I talk to it? Do I
Don't
do I
talk
run?
to it. Come
do I
to us.
spray it? Do I color spray?
You should run, Bucky. Back away. Back away, and if we don't have to fight it, we won't.
I take one step. Does that do anything?
No, it doesn't seem like it's actually there. It's most of the things in this place are like images or remnants of images or recollections.
Check that then?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roto, I was trying to Arcana check and then this thing showed and...
16. Do I think this is more a magical image or remnant?
It's almost like whatever this is tethered to what it became. But it seems to have no action or will of its own. It's more of an image of what is out in the world.
Roto, am I safe to move?
Yeah, you're safe to move. Back up.
Okay.
And we're all going to go through Deirdre's room, and we're going to follow Lord Heroin, and we're going to pretend that we didn't see this.
Oh, I joined you guys up for a very specific reason, and I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm way over my head.
To be fair, crash landed on an alien planet with no way home except following the vengeance of a ghost was also not my plan.
It was my plan.
It was mine too.
Guys, I've traveled the multiverse. I've traveled the multiverse, and I have been safer than just spending, what has it been, a week with you?
I think
to
it's
be fair, no matter what he says, Lucifer's plan was avoiding a court date.
And what do you know? And as I say that, Lucifer walks out and he has the tiger head like strapped to his head, like with the teeth going over his face. And his arms are like draped with like the new tiger, but it's all like tied, like taut around his skin, so he almost looks like half tiger, half man kind of deal. And he goes, "And wouldn't you know it, Roto? I just so happened to have missed my court date, so if you ask me, mission success."
That's true. Nothing bad can happen now.
Staring at him. What are you wearing?
I got some new digs. That rug was incredibly comfortable, and I didn't feel comfortable just leaving it here for no one to enjoy. So now I get a comfy blanket and a nice outfit. Don't I look awesome in this?
Lucifer, you beat me to it. I was not gonna make it into clothing, but I was gonna steal it, but you beat me to it.
Hey, great minds think alike, no?
Let's go kill
Like
some
he just doesn't.
bugs.
Like he just doesn't respond. He's just like,
We decide which path we're taking. How are we
I
going
say-
to the mine?
Have we decided on the mine?
I'll go with whichever the group goes with. Plucky's just overwhelmed at this point.
And they call it a mine.
I'm with Bloop, I guess. I think he suggested it, and honestly, whatever Roto or Bloop decide at this point, I'll pretty much follow him.
Okay, the mine it is.
All right.
The party eats their day's ration. Some of that is the only rations we have. We make our way through the forest, and
take some of those rations out.
After a slow 10-hour grind of walking through the forest with no signs of life or birds, no animals, no company except this revenant and yourselves, you make your way to a hillside, and Heroin points out the cave entrance.
All right.
And the party, who I didn't populate beforehand, but will populate now. Bop, 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 ba. The party will enter into the mind. The sounds of thuds will come around the corner as a giant crustacean beast turns the corner. And that is where we will call it for tonight.
Oh.
Lucifer's gonna look over at Bloop and be like, you know, I really fucking hate you, right?
And Blue
Plucky has this
You
look
lied.
like Plucky both
He
wants to
doesn't
go
hate you.
home.
I don't hate you, Bloop. You're so great.
I love you all.
Plucky has this
Of
look
course,
like he wants to go
victim.
home. Plucky has this look like he wants to go home, but he also wants this giant thing. And he's also terrified at this all at the same time.
What do you mean you hate me, Lucifer? This is our first victim in our.
I hate that I
line of
trust you so
victims.
much. I hate that I trust you and Roto so blindly, and yet you get us into the same kind of situations I get us into. And
To be fair, I did not choose the mind for intelligent reasons, but just because we were waffling and I was sick of it. And minds came to my lips before city.
I just went with whatever you guys went with.
Well,
I
we
should
went
have
to the
said
city.
city.
If we went to the city, we'd have to deal with Umber Hulks, Neogi, and Drow potentially.
Potentially.
I would Drow. We can talk our way through. I can deal with Drow.
Depends. It depends on the Drow, though.
Yeah, I guess
They're
if I
not
don't
that
speak their
nice.
language.
I think it's fair to say we were always going to fight several of these. So what does it matter? Let's wreck this one and maybe see if his legs are edible or something. I like
they are.
medicine.
I like
They
that.
are very edible.
Don't you kill my baby. And I
And
seem like
besides-
oddly protective of this giant thing I've never seen before.
And besides, Bloop is very good at navigating through caverns and caves and mines. That's where Bloop grew up. Well,
Lucky, if you cannot bring it to heel this instant, it is not your pet and I'm going to murder it.
Fine then,
Same.
get me a baby one. I'll keep it and I'll take very good care of it.
Will you
you
love
say a
him and hug him and squeeze him and call him George?
George is a perfect name. I want to name him George.
I love this. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
For
Thank you,
Yeah,
DM. That was
thank
another
you.
great
Thank you,
week.
DM.
I will say
It's all
you-
a good time, guys.
you guys
Will
make
the
it more
whips will
enjoyable
forever
than I
hold.
do.
I loved it. Thank you, DM.
I
What
will
did you say,
your,
DM?
your 1 to 2, your 1 to 2 bet that we'd be off this rock in 1 to 2 episodes. Boom! This is 3rd episode coming up.
I don't remember that bet, but I believe we've made it.
That was Luke's bet that we were going to be off and done with this rocking on a new Spelljammer within 2 episodes.
And actually, you're about 50%. I was about 50% right because we did have the promise of a Spelljammer by the end of the episode 1 or episode 2 or whatnot. So I mean, like, we had it when Lord Heroin was like, "I can get you a Spelljammer." So technically, I got us away off the planet. We're just gonna be on the planet for a little bit longer.
You know, I'll say this. If you don't have the promise of that Spelljammer, this becomes a stranded campaign and we get out of Spelljammer. So,
You're gonna have to
Dang.
figure out some way to make it make sense for us to get off this planet. That's on you at that point, Mister. You are God.
Oh,
this
we-
is your story.
I'm satisfied with not getting off this planet. This planet has a wonderful history of a spell plague that could be a campaign in and of itself. It's got it's got Neogi underground and the dead things on top, and spell plagues that we have yet to fully discover what it means when
And
when they
3.5 spellcasters in the group. What could go wrong?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I
all good.
love how we wasted so much time just because I thought it would be funny to touch this glowing light that I had no clue what it was.
Type in
Luke
it.
thought it'd be better to try to fight it afterwards.
You guys know by now that
I
Luke
enjoyed
will
that.
Fight anything.
I
even
did too. It
God.
was very fun. But I hope everyone has a good night, though. It was another
Yeah.
freaking amazing week at D&D. So
You
thank
know
you,
that-
DM.
Bloop is gonna square up on the ancient solar dragon of the primal sun or whatever.
Yes, what could go wrong with fighting one of the strongest dragon types in the game?
Ain't got nothing on the strongest adventuring party.
You know, we are set up to eventually head back towards that dragon's horde.
Yeah.
I wonder what ever happened to the Ulithard. Yes, that was there.
Oh, that's true.
Don't worry, I already know.
I don't
What?
know what anything.
Spoilers! I want to know them.
Oh, you'll find out.
Yay!
You'll find out.
I will be a part of the story.
Plucky, unfortunately, it was there. That was a part of the pre-recorded sessions when we did the. It was right before we started recording. Is when we did the ancient dragon.
Ooh.
Which I honestly, way back then, I thought it was going to wipe you guys because I thought you were going to be foolish enough to try to hit it.
Oh, if I were there for that session, I would have absolutely tried to hit it.
That would have been very badly.
Yeah.
That would have been very badly.
Had to make new
And
characters.
then we will have to be dead.
Oh no!
And then Bloop would no longer be Bloop.
I had an out for those people that wanted to keep their characters. You would have all just been a little more purpley. And little more. Death saving deals is one of the funnest parts of the game.
No deals. No deals.
I know,
No
but
deal.
Actually, this
likes
party
to throw out deals left and right.
This party loves making. Well,
Yep.
look, I don't make
honestly,
the party take
I'll
deals.
say this. Plucky, if he keeps failing with his spells, he is this close to making a deal himself.
Please let me have good spells and know how to use them good.
So I wrote down these notes. Very powerful. That whoever left her appeared before the grove. Fire.
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 Deidre,
Big fire.
we can certainly talk about all
If
the
we
things
can.
that you now know. I also have another surprise for you. I thought just having the ability added on to have a 1 per long rest Misty Step would be cool, but now you get more stuff.
Oh shit.
But unfortunately, being in a Fey contract with like over 50% of your soul owned by an archdevil is never a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
You do have a.
I was
this
eating my
much.
hand when you said 28%. I'm like, no.
Well, keep in mind, Deidre doesn't know who left her at the grove or her lineage is.
She knows now.
Partly because she knows there's just fire.
She knows who, but not why. The deal would never be more information than was asked for. So I believe, and I can double check the tape, that Deidre specifically wanted to know who, but she wasn't willing to go extra percentages to know why, but that will ever be hanging there in front of her. You do have just a little bit left. You have like 5% of your soul that's truly yours.
Yep.
And that's always a good thing.
It's not 100%.
Hey, it's more than. Okay, I was about to make a really bad ginger joke, so never mind.
Wow.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's more than I had growing up as a ginger.
God love the gingers.
Well, I'm gonna bounce out for the night, you guys. Thank you so much, Deanne. Thank you everyone for another great week. Have a great week. And I'll see you all next week.
I look forward. Wait until you see your new Spelljammer. It's awesome.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's assuming we even get there.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm just like, I hope we live.
Right? I hope we live long enough to even see it.
I have
I don't-
complete faith that you guys can handle. What's
I
coming
don't know
ahead
if
of
I
you.
have a backup character ready right now.
Well, you
So-
better prepare one.
I have a lot of
We'll be
characters. But I don't know if I don't have one of the right level.
All right.
I'll catch you guys next week, though.
Yep. See y'all next week.
All right,
Thank you so
peace.
much.
You guys
All
have
right,
a great
peace.
night. Love.
Thank you, DM.
Peace.